So there's this very thing my father did when he was alive, and that very culture, that very ritual was internalized, and it has actually helped me as a young man. So this very thing looks very simple, but it was when my father died that I paid attention to that very ritual, and I realized that this is as powerful as hell. That parenting has to do with sacrifice. That parenting has to do with you laying your life, you being ready and speaking into existence that you will have to go before your kids. So each time my father travels and comes back, there's always a time where we stay and have, I wouldn't call it a family meeting, we were kids, right? It was more or less like my father, particularly as the head of the house, impacting his kids, grooming us. He advises us as men. I won't even hear my mom's voice. The thing that really impacted me so deeply, that changed part of me, he would usually end his advice and everything for that day with, "This might be the last time you people will ever be privileged or opportunity to hear this from me." He will make it sound as if he's dying the next minute. And he will put that fear, that positive fear in you that if you don't hear it right now, internalize it, you will be the one to lose. He already have that mentality that parents must do everything possible to raise their children and be ready for the inevitable, which is death. This is the reason why I always tell anybody that gets to listen that wants to end up as a parent, it is not an easy journey. The glamour of parenting is not parenting. What that is parenting is behind parenting. A lot of things to do. As a parent, you are a God. In fact, for you to even give birth shows that you have the power to create. And whatever you have the power to create, you need to have the power to take care of. That is where you play the God role. If you see this thing where they say, "Now God, they train picking," forget that nonsense. Train your child before God comes into play. Stop leaving the responsibility of man into God's hands, and He will keep watching you. Don't call it mistake. Prepare before it. Sometimes we prepare and avert mistakes. Some of the things we call mistakes are the things we need to prepare before time. Be intentional about parenting if you really, really, really want to. Because the first mentor you need to have is your parents. I will keep saying it. So if you failed as a human being, you know, say you don't fail, but you're about to fail, I wouldn't blame you. I will blame your parents, because no matter what anybody tells me, upbringing is where it all starts from. Upbringing is where it all starts from. Don't give me that crap of parents will do their best. Parents are not doing their best. The whole things I'm saying right now, parents are not doing their best. Make sure you provide for your child from the day they were born till they become legally independent. You people should stop leaving your kids to live very early. I left very early, but what guided me mostly was the lessons, was the directions I was guided with from my parents. Each time I want to go out of the way, I will remind myself that there is no other person to advise me. Your kids will trust you more than any other person. Do your best to make sure that you provide, you protect, you guide them. Even if they leave as early as 16, they won't go out of the way. I promise you. Now, if you go to some schools, boarding schools or regular schools, because that is the first time children usually leave the comfort of their family to face the world to a little length. Once they leave, some kids are easily influenced, right? And they thrive from there, while other kids get influenced, but at some point drop. What made them drop? They remembered where they came from. The influence they met in the society almost corrupted them. What changed them? The influence of the parents is stronger than that of the society. Understand that nobody is guiding them as at that time, aside two things: the influence they see in the outside world and that of the parents. Now, if you see kids that went out of the way easily, it is because there is something that is lacking in the home where the parents are. But if you see kids that are strong, not that it's going to be easy, they are going to be influenced to a large level, but then they will come back. That is the influence of the parents working. So many parents of today are not intentional about their kids.